Hello my friend and welcome to the first session here on the Essentials program. Today we are going to be focusing on upper body. Now this program is going to be perfect for you. If you either are short on time, these are all 30-minute sessions, but primarily if you simply are in that place in life where you don't have the bandwidth for either longer or really intense training sessions and you're just like, feeling a little bit meh, but you still want to make sure you are looking after your body, certainly looking after your mind, and getting that nice all-important dose of strength training maybe 2-3 times a week. This is perfect for that. I know myself, I've sometimes felt pretty burnt out and I had to really drag myself through some harder sessions. As much as we feel good for doing that, I wanted to make this barrier for entry even lower. So really straightforward stuff here. 45-second work windows, only 2 sets per exercise, making sure we are getting after it and getting some good doses in on each of our muscle groups within whatever given session it is. So with that in mind, I do want you to work as hard as you can, given that we only have 2 sets per exercise, but otherwise just hopefully giving you the opportunity to get some good work through the body with a minimum effective dose model. Let's dive on into our warm-up and have a good old time together as we always do. Alrighty my friends, we are back. We're back. And frankly, I'm not dreading this at all. I think it's going to be pretty nice and cruisy, which is why I made it. After the Persist program, I need a little bit of a stomach check. We are starting down on all fours here for some scapular push-ups. Make sure you lock your arms straight, elbows locked, squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you, and then press into the ground to pull the shoulders apart. We're looking to just create as much range of movement as we can through that shoulder blade area. All right, this is going to be really important for our rows, that we have good awareness of the placement of our shoulder blade.
Halfway there.
I hope wherever you are dialing in from, this finds you healthy and well in a reasonably civilized chapter of life. And thank you for joining me today. Okay.
Rest.
I'm going to come down into this Caesar sit position, bit of a sneaky stretch on the legs. If it's too uncomfortable for you, just come up to a kneeling position. We're going to do one side at a time, shoulder rotations. So we're going to make a fist and a thumb. I like to really squeeze the fist. That helps you irradiate the body and create some good tension here. Try not to let anything else move. I'm going to be sending that arm up and overhead as the bicep comes past the ear and I run out of room. Bring it to the side and start twisting it in its socket as much as you can as you come behind you into extension. Then we can come down. Knuckles are kind of facing my pocket area, and I'm going to reverse that movement, pressing behind me, rotating around, and coming back down to the front.
Halfway there.
Rinse, repeat. Even if you just get 2 good hard reps, exploring all that range, making sure it's ready for our Z presses today.
10 seconds.
Cool, I'm going to park at 2, even though I've got a few seconds left there. Get ourselves ready for the other side.
Rest.
Oh yeah, we got a bit of a rest. Lovely. Dumbbell-wise today, heavier, medium, light is ideal. You're largely going to see me use the sort of medium and the light pairs. And if I can, I'll go really good and heavy on those rows. Like I said, we do want to challenge ourselves with those sets if we feel up to it today. But ultimately do your best with what you've got. You'll get the most utility out. Just something that's like, lighter to moderate.
10 seconds.
Okay. Next up, we're going to be looking at reverse tabletop or crab bridge. Finger orientation can either be behind you, to the side, maybe most comfortable on the wrist. You can even go forward, it's a bit tougher. I'm just going to go nicely out to the side. I'm going to press down, my bum's floating, drive the hips up, pulling the shoulders back together and trying to get that knee, hip and shoulder in alignment. Get a good squeeze of the glute to the top, lock it out for a couple of seconds and back on down. Really great way to grease the groove, strengthen that shoulder area in extension where the arm is behind the body. Often a tougher and weaker position for most of us there.
10 seconds. Rest.
Okay. Our last bit of a warm-up here, we're going to be doing a bent over T-raise. So this is just to get comfortable in this hinge position. We're going to be using a variant of this for our rows and continuing to warm up the shoulder blades, shoulders as well, sorry. So I'm going to go thumbs out, sorry, on this one. Just squeezing at the top and coming down. Again, some awareness in this position will also be good. We're doing some reverse flies today, bent over flies. So getting comfy in this hinged position is good. Reaching the bum back, keeping the chest sort of puffed up, helps to keep that spine in a straight neutral position, which we want in this instance.
10 seconds. Rest.
Okay, if I'm correct, we should have 45 seconds here just to get ourselves ready for our first strength pairing, which is going to be a single arm row, left and right, and then a seated Z press for the shoulders. I'm going to be reaching for my heavier of the pairs here today, because I know my abilities with the row. And what you're going to see me do is actually use one as a prop to wedge myself. Now you could be using anything, any sort of furniture or whatnot, but if you don't have that, simply set up on your leg so the other side can do the rowing. Okay.
10 seconds.
Main focuses I want you to think about, really reach the arm towards the floor, stretching out the lats there, and then drive elbow, shoulder back towards the pocket.
Let's go.
And get a good squeeze at the top. So reaching forward and then drive back towards the pocket. So I'm not trying to lift the dumbbell towards my shoulder, I'm driving the shoulder blade and the elbow back towards my pocket, my hip. Big stretch at the bottom if you can. Nice squeeze at the top.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Lovely. And do the same on the other side. To illustrate my point around how hard your set should be, certainly for me, again, I've got a reasonable amount of training experience and a row you can go heavy on. I'd ideally want something heavier. I might try and do that with a 30 on the next set. So if you feel like, I had a bunch more in the tank, let's take care of it on the other side here, but certainly in that next set, go harder, heavier if you have to. Alrighty.
Round 2. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Lovely. Now I'm reaching for something a little lighter for our Z press. So I'm going 20 kilos for the row there, 12.5 kilos for my Z press. This is tough. We're going to be sitting really nice and tall with the legs out in front of us. Try and squeeze your legs straight as well. So light to moderate dumbbells. We're going to have palms facing in, pressing up and overhead. Slow and controlled back to the start. Okay.
Round 3.
Slow and smooth, big stretch into the bottom and punch.
Halfway there. 10 seconds. Rest.
Always humbling, goodness me. Okay, going to be coming into our second set of that and our last set. Lovely. What did I say? Not too overwhelming, huh? I'm going to reach for something heavier for my rows. If you need to do the same, let's do that now. 15 seconds. Hiya. Okay, serious.
Round 4. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
That was more like it. Whew. Hope you found a challenging set there, my friend. That'll be the heaviest of our movements for the day, certainly. Toodly, toodly, toodly doots. Okay, last one.
Round 5. Halfway there.
Come on, baby.
Ten seconds. Rest.
Tremendous. All right. Good start for us there. If you need to adjust those Z press weights, please do so now. I like mine. Like I said, you don't have to push yourself like crazy on every set.
Last round.
Let's just keep the train moving.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
And a rest indeed. We have a whole minute off here, 60 seconds. Next pairing is going to be an alternating glute bridge press on the floor. So there's that pressing movement, chest, shoulders, triceps, partnered up with that bent over fly. All right, we're just going to get that middle back, some rear deltoids in the shoulder. Cool. I'm going to be using the 20s for my press. All right, so moderate to heavy. And then I'm going 5 kilos for that reverse fly. Grab something really light. Anything from 1 to 5 kilos will probably be spot on for you there. Ooh, yeah.
Seconds.
That was quite quick. So main thing we're looking for here is a nice bridge. Elbows around 45 degrees to the body. and controlled alternating descent. So one is up. Once that elbow touches down, punch her up, and then alternate side to side. It's a relatively small range of movement, so you can really load this up to challenge your pressing strength.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Very nice. Into that reverse fly. Oh yeah. Quick water. Okay. So we're getting that nice hip hinge. I got my knuckles forward, so pronated position. Opening out, big squeeze, control down, keeping a slight bend in the elbows throughout the set. Try not to use any momentum, very tempting to sort of throw them up because we're at such a disadvantaged position here. You don't need much weight to challenge those smaller muscles.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Simple, just like that. Coming into round two here, and we're moving on. Booyah! Detritus. Okay, back in. Really reaching that chest up, shoulders back into the floor, and we're away.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Sweat in the eye. Oh yeah. Okay. Clear the floor. Probably won't need anything too heavy for the rest of the session. Okay.
Last round. Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Oh, Billy.
Rest.
Lovely jubbly. Our next pairing. We're going to be doing a push-up eccentric. So that's just controlling on the lowering phase. Sorry, just focusing on the lowering phase and then resetting. So really dialing in great technique, great body position. Glute squeezed, abs tight, slow controlled. Chest to floor, relax, reset from the knee and go again.
Rest.
If you find that's getting to be too much, just come to the knee throughout the whole of it and just come up and down as you would a regular one. If you find it's too easy, then sure, press back up out the bottom. Okay? That, and then lightish weight for some good old classic
10 seconds.
dumbbell curls. Pour a bicep. All right, coming up on the business. Hands just under shoulders there.
Let's go.
Leg squeeze, abs tight. Slow and smooth. Chest to floor, reset back up.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
I'm going 12.5 here. The variation of the curl we're doing, both palms are forward there. Fully open the arm at the bottom. As I'm curling up, you're going to see me slightly pull the elbows up. That way I can get a really good squeeze in the biceps, but you will feel the front of your shoulders getting pretty lit up also. Again, just one way of doing these. Try and fully stretch the arm open, like I said at the bottom.
Round 2.
Squeeze up and control down.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Perfect. Okay. Just up to that next round here, and then one more pairing for triceps and abs. Finito. Well, okay then.
Round 3. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Okay. The humble push-up. Always humbling. Last set of curls. It's hotting up here in London town. So I'm disproportionately sweaty, but that's usually the case. Okay.
Last round.
Big squeeze. Controlled lowering.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Humble pie. Nearly there. Mon frère, et ma sœur. One pairing left. We are going to be looking at a pronated skull crusher. Pronated I'm just turning my palms away from me. Typically, if you're doing a dumbbell skull crusher, it feels pretty normal to do it. Hammer grip. This is a different variation. Be on the floor there. Either you go maybe a little lighter, unless you really know yourself with sort of dumbbell tricep extensions, just so you can dial in your form, your range of movement, and not stress the elbow too much if you're not used to it. So lowering those to the side of the head, big stretch to the tricep and the elbow, and then pressing back up. And then we're just gonna do some pike leg liftovers for the abs.
10 seconds.
Jolly aunt.
Let's go.
Okay. Slow and smooth. Dumbbells to the side of the head. Press. Or extend. Turning them this way is nice because you can get a deeper range of movement because the dumbbell heads won't touch the floor quite as soon.
Halfway there.
Oh, as if it's turned the other way. He says, hitting the floor over and over again. Oh, surprisingly tough.
10 seconds.
Oh.
Rest.
Now, you don't have to use a dumbbell or anything for that matter, but this can be useful for these liftovers to have a visual cue of something to lift over. If you're struggling to lift your legs over, you can lean the body back more. Okay, so the more closed your hip is here, the harder that's going to be. So we're just going to alternate compressing the abs to lift the legs over, back and forth with a modicum of control. My dumbbell's quite high, so I'll start by leaning back
Round 2.
like that. There we go, that's nice.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Again with the humble classics, Jasper. Last set, my friend, and then we're out. And that is bish, bash, bosh in 30 minutes. Compelling studies lately about the sheer antidepressive benefits of strength training for just 50 minutes a week. 2 25-minute sessions the study participants were put into.
Round 3.
So here we are with our minimum effective dose. Getting it in, feeling good. Ah.
Halfway there.
Ah.
10 seconds.
Oh man.
Rest.
What are we doing? Oh yeah. Last set, gang. And then if you want to stretch, you can stretch, you can hang on out, do that, go with what feels good. I'm gonna be getting straight on out of here, no stretching for me today. But if you need guidance, I got lots of vids on the channel.
Last round.
For now. Oh yes, let's get the last of these puppies in.
10 seconds. Rest.
Together we made it. We made it even though we had our backs up against the wall. Like I said, grab yourself a stretch, should you please. But otherwise, this has been essential. You've been a gas. Like, subscribe, follow, share it with your friends, share it with people who you think would benefit from a nice little dose of strength training with us good people. Love you lots. See you in the next video.